I sometimes wake up and feel like I've just made the wrong choice, the wrong decision, And this isn't an odd feeling. I've definitely spoke about this on the channel before, but I think it's probably because January is the new year. It's got a lot of things ahead of me. Got a lot of things I really want to achieve, and in a sense, it kind of feels a little bit daunting to kind of put myself into this position to where I genuinely believe it and I'm striving towards it. And there's so many things I want to do. There's so many things I want to achieve, and that I can't really achieve right now because obviously that'll be too much on my plate. So I have to focus on things one by one. And the thought occurred to me, why don't you just like give certain things up? Why don't I allow certain things to go in my life? And essentially, I'm gonna be 30 one day, or 50. 50 probably more likely. And it could be a random day when I'm 50 years old. Maybe I'm 52 on like a Tuesday afternoon in April. And I look back. I don't even look back, but I'm just going about my day and the thought randomly pops into my head. 30 years ago, you stopped. But what if you didn't? What if you didn't stop that YouTube channel? What if you didn't stop combat sports? What if you didn't stop playing football? What if you didn't stop all these things? What if you didn't sell out your dreams, your hopes, your ambitions in order to appease people, in order to try and play it safe? What if you didn't allow the fear inside you to take over? What if you just allowed it to drive you? This is a very important time of year for me personally, and it's my favorite time of year because it allows me to express myself in the best way I know how by utterly working my ass off. I can't think of a different time of year in which I'm tested in this way, and I relish it because it's difficult. But it doesn't make it any less scary. And I think that is the best thing I can hope for right now in life is that although things may be very scary, although things may not be easy, I can just try. I can relish the challenge of trying because being able to try is a gift within itself. I shouldn't be able to do half the things I'm able to do, but I am able to do them because of a financial situation that my parents have been able to put me in, of an educational setting that I was being able to put myself in, and through a physical setting which I've pushed for many years that has put me in a position in which I'm capable of doing certain things. And so, whilst I have this opportunity, whilst I have this ability, how about I just try? How about I stop allowing myself to become one of the rest? How about I allow myself to finally lead myself from the front? Many people live shells of themselves and they walk around husks of people. They're depressed. They look so sad. And when you ask them if they don't even know that they don't know what's making them sad. And I genuinely feel it's that small whisper inside of them that is essentially saying, what if? What if you didn't stop? You're here right now and right now might be good, but what if? Like just imagine what you could possibly achieve if you wholeheartedly believed in the what ifs in your life. That is the type of mental battle I go through every single day. Every single day for the past however long, I've just kept thinking that, this is the time to quit. This is the time to stop. This is the time you don't continue. But deep down, there is just that what if? What if I'm able to actually pull half the things I want to off? What if I'm able to continue to try and strive to be a better influence on others? What if I'm able to inspire? What if I'm able to live a life worth talking about, worth being proud of? And so I have to strive and I have to be up at 4:30 or 5:30 in the morning right now, talking into a microphone thinking, this could be it. This could be the end. But it could also be the beginning. And it all depends on what I'm doing right now. It depends on what I decide to do this second because this second is the only thing that matters. What if? What if we don't take any of the decisions we do and we just let life take the wheel. What if we relinquish our right as people to choose and we give that up? Because that's what you're doing, you're giving it up. The second you put down everything you could be and accept what you, well, I wouldn't even call it what you must be, but accept what is the safe route because you don't want to tread on any bad water. It's like, are you living? You don't have free will anymore. You're just chugging along every day. And I guess that could be me. It could be me one day. And I could look back and say that this has all been for nothing. But that's not the point. The point is that I can definitively say it was for nothing. Because nothing's worse than saying, I don't know what would have happened. Maybe it would have turned out better. And I've had a few of those, I've had a few scares with those. And they never feel good. They always feel horrible. They feel way worse than losing. Because at least when you lose, you try. And in this situation, you could have tried, but you did something worse than trying, worse than losing. You were cowardly. You took yourself out of the game because you were scared of it. Sometimes, well, actually, let me tell you a story. When I was one of my first Muay Thai lessons, I remember this like really distinctly. We were sparring and it was doing like it was like a boxing only type of joint. So it's like ding ding, change sparring partners. So I just pick up this guy, like, hey, and we start sparring, and he starts absolutely mauling me. Usually Muay Thai sparring, for any of you guys who know, is pretty light. Like, we don't spar heavy. We don't spar heavy enough to where like you're just destroyed for the next few days. Like, we don't really do that. But this guy was mauling me whilst we were boxing. I remember I kind of got out of range, and I thought to myself, like, wow, like this guy is guaranteed to like mess me up. Like, there is literally like no way I'm gonna get out of this unscathed. He's gonna mess me up the second I try and punch him. And in that split second, I realized the decision was clear. It's like, if I have to take some damage for this, I'm gonna take some damage. But I'm gonna go in up close. I'm gonna take the hits that come, and I'm gonna deal as much damage as I can, so that I know exactly what I can do against this guy. And that's what I did. It wasn't about being courageous. It wasn't about winning. It was about making a decision to not allow the pressure that comes from external forces dictate what you can do as a person. That's a very cool way to say I got beat up. That's a very nice way to say I got beat up. But here we are. It is like the 16th of January, and we have got a long 6 months ahead. Yeah, man. In 6 months' time, if we're in a great position, then all glory be to God, because I don't know what we're gonna do. But I know we're gonna try. I'm currently experimenting with different things on this channel, and when something sticks, I guess we're just gonna have to run with it. But for now, we've got a little bit of a variety of videos. Sometimes we're reviewing things, sometimes we're just stating opinions, sometimes we're giving a little bit of advice, sometimes I'm just documenting what's going on in my life. And so I just wanna I wanna be appreciative for a second that of the core people that have been here and that have stayed along with the channel for a long time now, going on close to like 9 months, maybe like a year in a few months. But I would want to be thankful for those people that have been there. I know we're not that big, we're like 600 strongish, but it's been really fun. It's been really cool. But I would like to lean more into my creative side, just because I'm just not a fan of giving people cold hard advice. As you can probably see by this run, I'm a very conflicting, possibly contradicting person. I say things that may overlap in all the wrong ways. And I guess sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the main point is that I'm not the best person to give all types of advice to you. Some things I can probably help with, but like a lot of the things that I feel like are profitable to talk about, I just can't help you. Or my answers, I know you don't want them. So I'm just gonna do whatever I want in this channel. I mean, it is my channel, but it's very hard to navigate that last portion. Sometimes you can feel like you owe people things or that you are obliged to be of service all the time. And that is just not the case. So this channel is going to be a little bit different. The uploads are going to be fewer. I think I said this before. I'm pretty sure I said this before, at least in my head. The uploads are going to come fewer. I'm not sure if it's going to be like a once. It's not going to be a once a month thing, but I'm just going to try and give the best of both worlds. I'm going to try and give lessons that I can learn from and experiences I can learn from in ways that are entertaining to you guys. And I know a lot of you guys enjoy things like this, just sitting, talking, chilling it out. But some of you guys are like, no, we want more like elaborate things. And a lot of you guys are like, no, we just want you to sit and talk to a camera. But I'm sure there'll be a workaround to it. Today is Tuesday. I've got a run ahead of me right now after I finish recording this. I've then got a training session. I've got train. I'm gonna come back, see if I can help my YouTube channel a little bit because this channel needs a bit more oomph. And then I think just stretching enough to work. Yeah. I'm gonna run 4 miles today. The target pace, I'm not sure it is. It's not gonna be very fast, just because my sleep pattern's been really weird. I don't wanna mess myself up. I don't wanna crash during the day because I have work later. So I have a long shift after, like a 7 hour shift later on in the evening. So I don't wanna crash during the day and then during my later shift I'm struggling. So it's gonna be a slower run. My sleep actually, now that I talk about it, has been a bit funky. Last night, or 2 days ago, I slept for a really long time. I went to bed at like, I couldn't sleep at all. And I went to bed at like 5 a.m. That's the when I actually fell asleep. And I woke up around 2 p.m. But I was like half partially awake. And I clocked the time was 2 p.m. And it was a Sunday. And I said to myself, you know what, let me try and fix this because me waking up at 2 p.m., I'm not going to be able to sleep in 8 hours' time. I would just have too much energy. So I kept on sleeping till 6 p.m. And then I stayed awake essentially the whole night till today, Monday. So from Sunday, 6 p.m. till Monday, 5 p.m., I was awake. No, till Monday, 3 p.m., I was awake. Then 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., I had like an hour and a half nap. And from there, I just haven't been able to sleep again. I have a really weird sleep pattern. I just don't. The scary thing is that I don't really feel that tired. I just don't sleep that much. I think it's more annoying than anything because I want to sleep. I'm trying to put myself to sleep. I'm changing the way that my room works so that I can sleep better, but I just can't sleep. I'm not sure if it's because there is stuff playing in my mind. I'm not sure if it's just because my schedule is whack, but it's just is what it is, I guess. So hopefully I can just become tired enough to the point where I can just sleep. Even to, well, I said today, well, really yesterday, but it's kind of bled into today because I haven't slept yet. Uh, I went to bed at a good time. Even I went to bed at like 11, thinking, oh, okay, we could wake up at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That goes like 9, 10 hours of sleep. Way too much, plenty of sleep. But I just couldn't do it. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm not even like on like electronics. I'm just sitting there in bed, just trying to close my mind is just going through so many things, going through different moves, what we need to work on this channel, what I need to work on physically to become fit, to become stronger. What's holding me back right now. Like all these things, they've been not playing on me, but I like to look at ways I can become better. I think that's one of my best attributes is where I can look at some of my weaker points and be honest with myself. So I was just looking at ways we can become better, and it's not that hard, but it will take a little bit of time. It might take a little bit of time. Depends on me, to be honest. Depends how fast you want to work. but I was just going through them in my head, and they just never stopped. And it's not like a concerning type of, oh, these are the problems in my life. It's like, I know I can fix these, so let's just go after it and let's get after it. So stuff like that just kind of plays into my head, and I just keep going. This has turned into a bit of a run. I hope this has been entertaining or enjoyable. If not, then it's going to be really, 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 really tough. I'm not sure if what the camera angles and stuff looks like. I can't really see it from here. This is me on my wireless mic. I got a new microphone, by the way, so it's nice. They delivered it really late, but I got a new microphone. It's my last big purchase for a long time, so well, make the most of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go on my run now. See you guys later. Goodbye.